The following content does not reflect the opinions of Fox Sports Radio. How many f***ing times am I going to have to say that?
All right.
Yo.
Coming to you live from Philly. It's the #1 rated Paulie Tony Fusco show.
Yo.
As always, Paulie Fusco here with Tony Fusco and Tony.
Yo.
Huge show today. We're
let's
going to
go.
give you our reaction to this Tom Brady roast that people are calling funny.
Funny.
It was not funny at all.
Not even a little.
And, we'll talk a little NBA, but that's all you're getting, people, because nobody cares anymore.
No, everybody's lost interest already. Nobody cares anymore. That's it.
Yeah. We can read the room, can't we?
Yeah,
Anyway, that's why we're going to
exactly.
do a lot of NFL talk today. Give the people what they want.
Yup,
And, we're
football.
bringing on someone who has literally the worst job in the whole world.
Horrible.
He's a Dallas Cowboys blogger.
Oof.
Can you think of a sadder existence? Anyway,
No, I can't.
We're gonna get his reaction to some bizarre stories out of Dallas, and we're gonna pull a little surprise on him that he's gonna love. Anyway,
Yeah, you
RJ
ain't gonna see it
Ochoa.
coming.
But before all that, due to a gag order about our gambling app Fusco Bet, we're unable to discuss the government's ongoing criminal investigation against us for what they call illegal offshore gambling activities, whatever that means.
Yeah, who knows what that means? But let's just say you can bet that the judge is going to have some problems starting his car.
Yeah, sure bet on that one. Anyway,
Yeah.
we are back in business with our advertisers, so it's time for a word from our good friends at our newest sponsor, UPS. Do you use the postal service to ship your packages? Well, that's exactly what the government wants you to do, you fool. In fact, Tony, you just ordered several items from our merch store, and you made sure to use UPS, didn't you?
Yeah, it's so important to have a delivery service that you can trust and that's not run by a tyrannical government which restricts a totally legal betting app. In fact, the other day, my Aunt Marie's boyfriend Nunzio just got a job working for a delivery service, and he told me he was going to deliver a huge package to my aunt. And then I thought, what?
Some
Let's just
wires
keep
must have
going.
gotten crossed there, Tony.
Yeah, exactly.
Anyway,
Let's just keep
go
going.
to ups.com now. Enter the promo code Fusco for $100 off your next shipment. Shipments must be delivered to the western part of Missouri. Okay.
there you
well,
go.
That's
Another check in the
our
mail.
ad and
We're
another
back.
check in the mail. And
There you
here's
go.
our top story. All right, our top story. All over our social medias this week, people, they've been sharing clips from this Tom Brady roast and saying it was the funniest thing ever and whatnot.
Kidding?
People, it wasn't funny in the slightest. I mean, not funny at all, right, Tony?
Not even a little bit. First of all, it was supposed to be a comedy. Well, where were all the comedians? If you're going to have a roast, you got to invite actual funny people like Carrot Top, Jeff Dunham, Gallagher. I mean, instead of hurling insults, Gallagher would be hurling fruit. He'd be like, you want to see deflating? And then he'd smash a watermelon, paint it as a football, and splatter the entire front row. Now that's comedy.
Exactly. And you know who else they should have had up there, Tony?
Who?
Jeff Foxworthy.
Great,
Like he
great
could have been
call.
like, you might be a New England Patriot if you cheat at football, like stuff
would
like
have brought the
that.
house down.
Yeah, exactly. And, all those jokes they told, so-called jokes, they were terrible. I mean, Tony, you and I mean, we sat down right before the show. It took us, 2 minutes?
If
we
that.
came up with 10 times better jokes than that.
Exactly.
In fact, why you hit them with one now here, people? Listen to this.
Yeah,
Go.
wait till you hear this one. Hey, Tom Brady, I looked up your stats, and it says you got sacked a lot. Oh, wait, sorry, that says you sucked a lot. Oh,
there you
you're
go.
done,
Hit him
Brady.
with another one, Tony. Listen to this
wait
one.
for this one. It's even funnier. Hey, Tom Brady, you're famous for telling people to eat right. Now I'm going to tell you to eat shit. Oh!
Whoa. What's with you back there? Producer, look at him. He's not laughing at all.
What? Because it wasn't funny.
He doesn't get the
funny.
nuances of
He
comedy.
doesn't get comedy. Doesn't
Yeah,
get comedy.
look in the mirror. That's funny. Get out of here.
There you go, Tony.
Yeah, that's
Got
how you
him.
do
Anyway,
it.
All right, let's just move on. All right, staying in football, another strange story. After a recent practice, Bengals QB coach Brad Cragthorpe said Joe Burrow, quote, looked like the Joe Burrow we're used to seeing. I didn't see any difference. This is a very bizarre quote, isn't it, Tony?
Yeah, of course he looks like Joe Burrow. That's because he is Joe Burrow. Who else is he going to look like? Lamar Jackson? I mean, unless, when they did the surgery on Burrow, they also did the surgery like from that movie Face Off. That would be interesting. Imagine if you're the Steelers defense and you're playing the Bengals and then you see John Travolta come in at quarterback, then you're like, wait a minute. John Travolta's playing quarterback? What's going on here? Then next thing you know, boom, Steelers are down 14-0.
Just a very thought-provoking analysis there, Tony. And
thank you.
We're moving to the NBA playoffs that nobody cares about anymore.
Nobody cares.
The Nuggets, well, they find themselves in trouble. Not only because they're getting exposed by the Timberwolves, but because of what Nikola Jokic said after the game the other night.
That was crazy.
When he was asked about the Nuggets and if they can stop Minnesota, Jokic said they need, quote, a duplicate clone of him.
Wow.
And this is just very troubling, isn't it, Tony?
Jokic saying he wants to be cloned shows why he's not a great leader. We all know what can go wrong with cloning. Of course, I'm talking about the great Arnold Schwarzenegger movie, The Sixth Day. If you have a clone, he's going to start taking over your life. He could steal your family, have sex with your wife. It's a very scary thing. Frankly, I think Nikola Jokic needs to think before he says such ridiculous stuff.
Just terrifically said, Tony. And
Thank
another
you.
troubling situation we saw here, T-Wolves center Rudy Gobert, he missed game 2 of the series so he could be present for the birth of his first child.
Wow.
And, Tony, this is just so much more of this pathetic skinny jean softness that we're seeing out of these modern NBA players. I mean, isn't this just it's pathetic, isn't it?
Absolutely. What happened to real men in the NBA? They wouldn't even miss a Tuesday night regular season game to see their child get born. In fact, they'd ignore the child for the first 18 years of its life just to win a title. That's real dedication. And think about it. You go see your child get born, what's the first thing that kid's going to see? It's you skipping out on work. Just a terrible example to set for a newborn child.
Just so well said, Tony. And on the subject of terrible examples, we must address the utterly disgusting behavior from Bucks player Patrick Beverley.
Horrible, bro.
Who refused to speak to a reporter just because she wasn't subscribed to his podcast.
Unreal.
It's just so shameful to see someone behave so pathetically.
Embarrassing.
Just to promote their podcast. And desperately try to get subscribers.
So pathetic.
Frankly, I can't. What was that?
Oh, sorry. Hold on just a second, Paulie. Someone's at the door. It's probably that package I ordered. Just give me 1 second. I'll be right back.
Just take your time.
I'll be right back right now. Give me 1 sec.
Okay.
Yo, bro, thank you for delivering this package. These are items I ordered from the merch store for my #1 hit show, which is available on all major podcast platforms and YouTube. Do you subscribe to it? What do you mean, no? Then get the out of my driveway, you asshole. Ridiculous. Unbelievable. We still going? We rolling?
All good here. In fact, I see our guest coming on the line, so it's good timing. So let's go ahead and bring him on the Fusco Satellite Network.
Fusco Satellite Network.
Usually we do intros on this show and try to say at least, one positive thing about the guest. Don't take this personally, bro. But, we couldn't find one good thing to say about you. I mean, maybe that you've been on this show before.
That's
but, frankly, you were bad then. So,
Cowboys, bro.
All we can say is that this guy right here, he's got the worst job probably of all time. He's manager and editor of Blogging the Boys, which covers the Dallas Cowboys.
Oof.
So that's all you need to know.
Yeah, that says
RJ
it all.
Ochoa, welcome back to the show.
Welcome back.
Great to be back, guys. I had some spare time that, I couldn't find any other better use for. And so after 43 different attempts. I settled on this and said, why not? I mean, I'm sitting at the desk anyway. So.
Well, maybe you should have used the 44th to write a better opening line there.
Yeah,
but, you know, that's all right. You know, we know Cowboys, they crumble under the pressure.
They
so
do,
should
bro.
the writers do. They just can't perform in the moment. We get it. Okay. We'll do the performing. You know, you just sit back and try to answer these questions. Okay. So first of all, RJ, you know, we're 3 months into the NFL offseason here. And so far, the biggest move your team has made is signing their old running back, Ezekiel Elliott. Now, you're an insider, so they say. Was this because other equally agile running backs like Frank Gore and Clinton Portis were unavailable?
I won't lie to either of you because I respect, you know, both of you too much.
As you should.
You know, that particular regard. Bro. But this isn't a move that I, you know, freaked out about, especially the fact that the Cowboys are giving him number 15. It feels like a big old corporate ploy. But I will say, at least the Cowboys brought back their own, you know, their own washed-up running back, not the New York Giants old washed-up running back like the Eagles did. I mean, you know, it's interesting how
washed up. He's in his prime, bro.
Positive attention. Yeah,
he's in his prime, bro.
He went to the how's Penn State doing? They're the Big Ten school with the most recent national championship.
Yeah, what this is called the distraction.
Yeah,
this is how you media people work.
Yeah.
You can't answer the question, so you start talking about something completely irrelevant.
I mean, again, I'm not thrilled about the Zeke return, so I'm just trying to drag everybody down with me. But the good news is the Eagles have done that to themselves, despite Howie Roseman drafting Daniel Jeremiah's big board and getting a lot of credit for that.
Hold on.
You know, here we go. He's jealous, bro.
I love Howie.
Jealous.
I love Howie, and I am jealous. I mean, but look,
you know why
I'm
you're
coming
jealous?
From a place where it's easy to be jealous of everybody.
You're
else.
jealous because our team actually made moves in the offseason.
Also,
you did nothing.
True.
I mean, you run this blog. What the hell were you sitting writing about? Like fan fiction?
I'll be straight up with both of you. I respect the Eagles greatly and mightily, much to my own personal displeasure. However, the thing that I respect the least about them is that they work so much harder than the Cowboys, significantly harder. They look under way more rocks than the Cowboys do, and they lose to the Cowboys over and over over again. So I just find it amazing that given the wide disparity in terms of what is put into the project, that the Eagles still are the little brothers in this equation.
Bro, you know, you had it wrong. You said that the Eagles work harder. No, they work smarter, bro. Why would you spend weeks and weeks of doing research when you could just Google Daniel Jeremiah's draft board and be like, boom, we're done.
It's right there.
There you go.
True. You could also just bring back a player who played very well for you instead of, you know, needing.
So
imagine
Tony
putting a whole new person into the player database system and getting a whole new person in HR's overall ecosystem. The Cowboys didn't have to do that with Zeke. It was efficient.
You know, enough of this. All right, let's talk about you for a second.
Good segue.
You know, you writers, like you think you're so clever with the analogies you come up with and the similes and whatnot. The other day, we saw you on this Kay Adams show. You said that the Ezekiel Elliott reunion is like the show Girl Meets World. So we have a question. Who was the target audience for that comment, and also what grade are they in?
So it was based on the original 90s show, Boy Meets World, which in reality had a spin-off like 25 years later where the main person's child was in school, kind of followed the same path. I figured as diehard Philadelphia fans, you would know this, given that the show allegedly took place in the city of brotherly love. Goes to show how inauthentic you both are.
No, we know the show, bro.
It does speak to the Cowboys just trying to tie themselves to the past. They've been accused of that a lot recently, but the Zeke thing is a case study example. But again, good job by you guys not knowing anything about Philadelphia.
Well, it's a terrible analogy.
You're the one who doesn't know.
No.
Because you don't know how to talk to an audience. I mean, you got to come up with better references. I mean, Tony, give him a better reference than that one.
Well, did you guys hear it? Did it work? You're talking about it.
Yeah. We were so taken aback by it.
By how bad
We're here to help you, bro. We want to show you how it's done, bro.
Yeah. But if it hit and if it worked and it created discussion and it challenged us all intellectually, I feel like the overall goal was achieved.
If there's anyone who's challenged intellectually, it's you.
They think
listen
they know
to this.
everything. Watch this, bro. This is how you do an analogy, bro. What about, different strokes? Jerry Jones is kind of like Philip Drummond, who adopts these two kids. Instead of Willis and Arnold, you have Dak and Zeke. Isn't that better?
See, I understand that. That makes sense.
I didn't watch that show. I'm not 100 years old.
Oh, you kidding me? You disrespect different strokes, bro. You kidding me? Okay, all right, here's another one. What about Small Wonder? Zeke, he's going to have to compete for a spot. He's going to have to compete for a spot with running back Deuce Vaughn, who's 3'6".
Are these on Disney Plus? Can they be accessed on the internet? Or
are you kidding me, bro?
Well, how old are you, bro?
Yeah, bro.
I'm 34 years old, and I'm also old enough to.
You got to be older to understand the business. That's the problem.
We're trying to teach you, bro.
We need
We're
to
trying
have
to help
age
you.
verification for guests on this show.
Yup.
Look, let's talk Dak Prescott, right? He's entering a contract year, right?
Yup.
You know, he could potentially become a free agent, right?
Yeah, bro.
If you had to guess right now, which team will Dak Prescott play for next year in the UFL?
I'm not familiar with the UFL teams, obviously, but I will
he's
say
young
that my
again.
deepest
doesn't know.
fear.
Hold on, you don't know Small Wonder.
Yeah.
You don't know Different Strokes.
Yeah, now you don't know the UFL.
UFL. What?
Yeah,
Were you born like 2 days ago, bro? We're
I
on
have
with
seen Chitty
RJ
Chitty Bang Bang
Ochoa,
if we want to go
fetus.
really
What?
far back. But I will say that my deepest fear, if you would like to know, is the idea of Dak Prescott playing for the New York Giants in 2025.
Oh, see, that's a good.
That would be a
I
good
like what
thing,
you're
bro.
thinking
That's
here.
2
See,
wins
this is
for you
good.
right
He's
there.
thinking, okay,
That would be more losses for you though, because the Eagles, try as they might,
we
still
own
can't
the
beat us.
G-men, bro.
No,
You kidding me?
Give me a break.
Please.
Okay.
You know,
It's
you have
interesting.
such little.
Again, Dak
Seriously,
has like
when
an
we
8-3 lifetime record against the Eagles. There's a lot of talk coming from a very, very small little
Oh,
brother.
please. Who'd he beat? Gardner Minshew? Come on, please. That doesn't count,
exactly.
bro. Yeah.
That's true. And Carson Wentz, your former favorite son.
Yeah,
before you
that
threw him
doesn't
away.
count. Exactly, bro.
we don't count.
We don't talk about that. That doesn't count, bro.
You got to pick the games that actually count.
Yeah,
And when you
bro.
look at that, he's 0-2. It's
Yep.
just very simple to see.
Yep, exactly.
You know, I know you're young. Your mommy maybe not let you stay up to watch this, but did you see that Tom Brady roast?
Yeah, did you watch it?
I did. Yeah. I
How
thought it was
unfunny
interesting.
was that?
How
terrible.
horrible was it, bro?
It was the second funniest thing I've seen this week. Obviously,
Of
number
course
one
he
is
thought
is
it was
YouTube.
funny.
But
wow.
I actually do want to pay you a compliment. I thought it was kind of cowardly how they avoided the subject of Nick Foles. If you're going to do
go.
it,
See,
you
where was Nick
gotta
Foles
let
in
that
all
fly.
this? Exactly.
There you go,
Yeah.
bro. Finally. Took forever, but we got a good, solid take right there, bro.
Fear is something y'all are very familiar with. Talking a lot about Dak Prescott.
All right. But
Yeah,
you know,
and how
the
terrible.
let me teach you something about comedy and the way it
Yeah.
works. Because you're very young, you know, you don't
Yeah.
know. You're watching these shows, Girl Meets World. You've never seen a classic like Different Strokes. You don't know comedy.
Nope.
What the
Right.
people like, they like topical humor, right? You get a guy like Tom Brady, he's old and retired. That's why we got a better idea for you. You're going to love this. You're going to love this.
Listen up.
A roast of Dak Prescott. Don't you think that would be a better idea?
It would if the Eagles could qualify to do it, but they can't.
You know, you can't even answer a question, bro. We give you a question, and then you got to go in a whole nother direction.
I would like
Yeah.
to hear you roast Dak. I will give each of you one roast.
No,
if
no,
that,
no.
If that makes you.
We have
you know,
several
happy.
here, bro.
Tony, read him some of these jokes. You're going to love them.
Yeah,
You're going to
listen
love
to
'em.
this one. This one's hilarious. Yo, you know, Dak Prescott was born in the town of Sulphur, Louisiana, which makes total sense because he stinks. Oh.
That's very funny.
Sorry, it wasn't Girl Meets World
Yeah,
quality.
exactly, bro.
To be clear, I never watched Girl Meets World. My point of reference is about Boy Meets World. So
No, yeah, didn't have enough
Being aware of its
Topanga
existence
for
is
you.
an
All right,
entirely
all right,
different
hold
thing.
on.
Hold on.
Yeah, we'll give you another one. Here, Tony, hit him with another
Yeah,
one.
you know, people forget that Dak's middle name is Rain. Well, Dak, you remind me of Rain. Depressing to watch. Oh, you're done, Dak.
Look at him,
See
Tony.
you on
Look
the
at him.
side.
Look at him. He doesn't get it.
I think this time of year rain is quite pleasant when it's hot outside.
Of course
it's
he
a rather
does.
liberating experience.
Of course he does.
Dude, you don't have a sense of humor. You're not.
Yeah, that's
you're
the
not
problem,
getting
bro.
this. All right, here. All right, Tony, hit it.
Here's the showstopper.
Maybe he needs a different style of humor.
Yeah, here we
let's give
go.
it- give
You
it
ready
to
for
him.
this? Here we are.
Yeah.
You know, Dak is short for Dakota, which reminds me of South Dakota, which was the 39th state in the Union. And you know what's also 39th? Dak among all NFL QBs. Oh!
What?
You done, Dak?
I would offer that you referenced it was the 39th state in the Union, and this whole diatribe began around Tom Brady's roast. Tom Brady's New England Patriots beat the Philadelphia Eagles in Super Bowl 39.
Oh, get out of here, bro.
Dude,
He's got to
you
go
are the biggest
negative all the
buzzkill
time.
in the world. You know what? Guess what, RJ Ochoa? You know what that rhymes with?
Yeah.
Off the
Off
show.
the show.
Get out of here.
You're
you are the
done.
biggest buzzkill.
Get outta
Cowboys
here.
lover. Can't take a hint.
Yeah,
Goes in a
you're
billion bunch of
done.
directions. The only direction you should go
See
in is
ya.
off the show.
Fusco Satellite Network.
Is he off the line?
Jay, hang up the phone.
You know, you can't bring these young kids on a show.
No.
You know, they don't get references. It's like talking to a fetus.
It's like I'm going through growing pains talking to young people like this.
Yeah. Anyway, let's not let him ruin, which was a terrific show.
No, exactly,
we want to thank
bro.
our sponsors, of course, UPS.
And,
hold on.
If it isn't someone, I'd like to ship to the bottom of the ocean.
Yeah, producer Jay. What?
Corrections.
What? Hurry up. Just
What?
go.
You actually believed Nikola Jokic said he wanted to clone himself.
Yeah, that's what he said, bro.
Yeah, read the news, bro.
Yeah.
No, he was obviously joking. You clearly just read a headline and didn't bother reading the rest of the story.
Oh, yeah? Well, after the show, I'm going to give you a rest for eternity.
Yeah, I can't wait to read a story about you in the obituary section. Oh, you're done. Let's get out of here. Show's over.
No. Another thing.
What?
What?
You said the center for the T-Wolves was Rudy Gobert.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah, that's his name, bro.
Yeah.
Do you even watch basketball? It's Rudy Gobert.
Oh, yeah? Well, I can't wait to murder you.
Yeah. And I can't wait to shoot you with my revolver. Oh,
great
you're
one,
done.
Tony.
Let's get out of here. We're finished.
What?
Go.
You said you wanted to see the comedian Gallagher at the Tom Brady roast.
Yeah, it would have been 10 times funnier, bro.
Much funnier, bro.
Yeah.
No, that probably would have been hard to pull off, considering Gallagher died 2 years ago.
Oh, yeah, well, you know who else should have died 2 years ago? You.
Yeah. And you know what roast I can't wait to see? When we burn your body alive. Oh,
Can't
he
wait
said
for that.
he's
and you know what else I
soaking.
can't wait for, Tony? Just
What?
booked on the show now. This is a booking.
Who?
Super Bowl hero, Eagles legend Nick Foles will
No
be here
way.
next week. Hey,
Boom.
don't forget, go to Apple Podcasts,
Yeah.
rate and review this show, and support the merch store.
Yeah, bro.
Get that special Fusco bet merch
Yup.
and support our case against the government. And hey, Tony,
Yo.
great job as always.
Same to you, Paulie. Another flawless show.
There you go. We'll see people next week.
See ya.
Okay.